Hurricane Zeta is blowing through right now. We're having power blinks, power outages. I'm not sure how clear this is going to go through. We're going to go outside the front door here and kind of take a look around. The wind has been picking up, and you can see our cows are right down here, basically right in front of the house. The wind has really been picking up and whipping. This is my first live stream in a while, guys, so if you're not getting your notifications, be sure you click that little notification bell down there. It'll notify you when I post a new video. So let's turn the camera around just a little bit. These trees that you see are down in the bottom, down on the creek. Both ponds are currently in flood stage. They are overflowing in two spots right now, just a little bit. It's not as bad as I've seen it. I've seen it a lot worse. So that's what's going on. You can see the clouds are a little dark here. Flag is blowing, and the flag blows this way, and then it'll turn around and blow back that way. We'll get wind gusts upwards of 50 miles an hour here, and we just had the power blink on and blink back off. So a lot more activity with this storm than I anticipated. I didn't anticipate all this activity with the storm. So welcome to the live stream, guys. A lot of stuff's been going on the farm here. We've got some new vehicles, new toys, new fun stuff. Got some videos when we moved the cows. Yesterday I moved the cows, and got some cool videos coming out about that this weekend. So baby chicks are doing okay. We've got baby chicks right here, and they're running around chasing worms. Check them out. So the worms are coming out of the ground because it's really raining a lot. So our baby chicks, our meat birds, are getting that good old mother nature that we always anticipated they would get, being pastured birds. So we're going to cruise on back here in my office, and we're just going to kind of sit and have a little chat because the storm is blowing in. We've got power right now. Power was down for quite some time. See all my post-it notes there. But it's been a while since I did a live stream with you guys, so I thought I'd come in and chat with you a little bit today. A lot of stuff been going on the farm. Halloween weekend is coming up. That should be a fun time. I don't know what I'm trying to read your comments. I have to touch the screen. Yeah, hit hard in South Alabama. Hey Tina, everybody, George, Chris, Josh, what is the name of the event you went to at Turtle Island last year? Families Learning Together was the event that I went to last year. There is also an event at Turtle Island this coming weekend. It's kind of an exclusive event up there with Eustace Conway. I may or may not be up there, but I think we're gonna end up making it up there for just a little while this coming weekend. So yeah, I've got one big poplar tree. Thanks for saying. I hope to stay safe, Mason. Arkansas Pilgrim in the house. Jonathan in the house. How'd you like the woods drill versus pull behind that you rent? I would say the woods drill is it's just a more capable machine. It's heavy, really, really heavy. So we got some deals in the works right now. Last year Cub Cadet reached out to me about a zero-turn mower, and we had the zero-turn and the side-by-side here from Cub Cadet. This year it looks like Toro is going to be our partner, which is awesome. That'll be pretty fun. So we're going to be working with a bunch of Toro tools. We'll show you guys how they work. We'll do some chainsaw comparisons. Toro has electric chainsaws and stuff like that. Has the storm already passed you? About to get slammed? Yeah, the storm's still here. Reason I decided to go live is because, man, all the trees were blown over like this right here, and I could hear things cracking and popping. The power blinked out. We had just a mess. Robert, good morning to you. Good morning to everybody. General vlog video. Rusted 12 valve, $9.99 super chat. Thanks, man. I'm also going live on Thursday because people say they're all in church on Wednesday, so I'm trying to go live when people might be around, and it's just about kind of lunchtime for folks. So if you're sitting at work right now messing around, or if you're working from home, this might be a good time for you. So that's why I kind of went live. I'm going to pull up my tablet so that I can see your comments because I can't see them on my screen. Despite I got a new I got a new screen. Um, yeah, thanks. Love the dime. I posted a video about micro tools, and guys, I don't know if you've taken a notice or not, but the YouTube channel has just dropped down slow here lately, and I'm not sure why. I guess I don't know if I'm in the doghouse or what, but the YouTube channel has dropped off slow the last few weeks. Which calls me to say that, hey, I need your support, guys. I need your support in keeping the channel up and running. When I post a video and I'm not getting a lot of views, it's hard to keep it running, hard to pay the bills. So, and YouTube is what pays the bills here on the farm. So, Austin, love the channel. Been raising meat birds for a year here in the South, about 20-30 miles. Oh yeah, trash bins are probably all over the place. I didn't even think about that. I just loaded up my recycle bin, so hopefully, fingers crossed, everything will be okay. F. Huber says it's 9:36 a.m. in Texas. Thanks, man. Justin says, love your channel. First year raising meat birds. Cool. Rain just stopped here in upstate South Carolina, but wind is super gusty. That's what we're getting, is a lot of wind. Meadowview Lawn Care in the house. Good morning. Rain here, wind here. Yeah, we've had the first power flicker, and it's funny because I was just thinking, man, I hope the power stays on. And my coffee maker was brewing coffee, and it stopped. I was like, uh-oh. I was actually watching that, taking it easy this morning because it's raining finally. That was a power blink. Yep. I might have to turn my computer off here real quick. I don't need power surge to hit this YouTube computer. I think it just turned itself off. Oh well. $4.99 super chat from, that was another blink from 2 quacks and 5 clucks. You can see the power's blinking on and off, so the wind must have picked up again. That's the second time. Third time, that should be it. I think it's called an oil circuit recloser. So when the power blinks once, the recloser goes boom, boom, and tries to blow whatever's off the line. If it closes again, it blinks again, and if it doesn't blow off what's on the line the third time, it shuts power off. At least that's my understanding, having been an electrician in the Air Force. That's the way it worked 20 years ago anyway. Yeah, you can see things blowing in the window, and it's been putting down the rain. It probably rained, I'm going to say about 2.5 inches, something like that, in the last 4 hours, which isn't too awful bad. The grass has come up all over where we planted grass in the last 5 weeks. We planted grass on close to 50-something acres, and yeah, we've got a lot of grass, and it's all coming up, and it's keeping things from washing. Mason, thanks, man. I've lived several lives. I was an electrician in the Air Force. Went to electrician school as a journeyman electrician, got out of the Air Force, became a registered nurse. And I didn't have this dream. I didn't have this dream of owning land and having a farm until I was in my 30s. And I got back to the land, and I took these hands and I put them in the soil, and I realized that was something that was really missing from my life. So we're about to get some more cows. So about to get 15 or 14 more cows within the next 3 weeks here on the farm, which hopefully doesn't translate to me having to buy a lot of hay for the winter time. We got a lot of stockpiled forage. I feel like we'll be okay. We got some low temperatures down in the 20s coming, which poses a challenge on the farm for sure. We want to have our cows closest to our house when the temperatures are down in the 20s, so that we can have 3 separate water tanks, and we can keep those water tanks full from the well, not from these siphon systems that we have right now on the farm. They're all temporary systems right now because it costs tens of thousands of dollars to set up permanent water systems on the farm. So Philip the Wise, $5 super chat, received a super clean prize pack. Awesome, brother. Awesome. Maybe we should do a super clean giveaway today. Yeah. Are you going to sell your cows? Scott, we're just talking about buying cows, but yeah, we'll have a cow calf operation, and that's what the plan is. So we'll keep the best of our young heifers, which are young cows that aren't bred yet. We'll keep the best of those, and we'll sell off. So we're trying to build the herd up. It'll be a herd of about 24 or 25 now. We're trying to build it up to about 40. We'll start intensive grazing once we have the 25 cows. Similar to what Greg Judy's doing, similar to what Joel Salatin's doing, similar to what a lot of folks are doing. Let me make sure I'm not connected to my Wi-Fi because that will slow us down big time. Okay, good deal. So, stuff that's going on. The shop is finally cleaned out enough to where I can just about this far from being able to get to the Willis Jeep, and we are going to get on it this winter. The body is leaned up against the wall in the back of the shop. I got to build a jig to bring that thing out so that we can get it painted. I got to build my own little makeshift paint booth. So since nobody's asked about the Willis Jeep, that's what's going on with the Willis. Brian, that fix-it guy, is in the house here. Plague of Badgers, good to have you in here too. Brian, just so you know, our honeybee hive is doing great. The one that we set up when you were here the other week. Thank goodness. Jonathan says, take your cattle to the market, or do you have any plans to sell on site? I don't know what's going to go on yet, man. We're going to have a high quality cow, so we may end up selling on site. Craigslist, I think, is the only place where you can list animals like that for sale, farm animals for sale like that. I don't understand why, but Facebook will not allow that. So, it limits us a little bit. But once word gets out, we may sell beef right here out of the farm to local people if we can get everything done right, USDA inspected and all that stuff. So that should be pretty cool, man. Jeremy Hill, $10 super chat. Thank you so much. Scott 232 said he's missing the $100 truck. Well, there's not much to miss, man. We got that truck, pulled it out of the bushes, cleaned it up, got it running, got everything going pretty decent on it. It got at least at the max like 9 miles to the gallon, maybe 7 miles to the gallon. I could drive it on a 45-minute little drive. And you could literally watch the gas hand go down on that thing, man. So what it was doing was sitting out here, and it wasn't getting used. It was getting rained on. I didn't have it in a shed or a shop. My shirt's acting funny. I didn't have it in a shed or a shop, and we didn't have the storage for it. So what am I going to do? I'm going to let mice get in it. I'm going to let it sit out there and rust. I think it was better to pass it on to somebody. And the $100 truck probably had somewhere in the neighborhood of $1,500 in it by the end of it. And somebody came and offered me $4,000 for it. So gone. New stuff coming. We're going to turn new vehicles in and out just like some of the hot rod shows. And I can't wait. I enjoy working with vehicles. We're going to build an adventure vehicle pretty soon. We're going to start building an adventure vehicle with a little Honda Element. Those are awesome little rigs. It's an all-wheel drive little rig. I picked one up on Facebook Marketplace for dirt cheap the other day, and I picked up a Suzuki Samurai. How many of you guys are huge fans of the Suzuki Samurai? Man, I hear something hitting the windows out there now. The wind's back up. You can... Let's see here. Let's get a little storm footage out here. Let me get you a little storm footage. That's my office. That's where all the Stony Ridge Farmer merch is, the shirts and hats. Yeah, we've got quite a bit of wind. We're going to go on out here again. So the rain is let up. But let's turn the camera around. You can see the trees are whipping in the wind there. It's beautiful out here. And it just feels really, really tropical. It really does. You can see the cows down there, donkeys. Got some nice fresh grass for the cows there. Yeah. It sounds worse outside than it does inside. So I've got a lot of honeydews that need to be done outside too. I've got a bunch of trim and stuff. Close your eyes, guys. You might see stuff that goes bang, bang in here. This is a farm, by the way, and oftentimes things go bump in the night. Where did my coffee go? That's an important situation that we're lacking in right there. It is. There we go. Got a new crossbow sitting over here that I bought a year ago and I've never got to use it yet. Me and the Red Beaver just put up a a nice deer stand. And if you order a hat or a shirt, by the way, here's where it all comes from. So hats and shirts and camera gear and all that stuff, it's all right here. These are the sizes. So it's me. It's really me, and it's only me. So when you shoot an order in, I get it on the computer, and I send it out to you. So let's rotate this camera just a little bit. Let's see here. Looks good. Stoney, how about a short guitar strumming lesson? You know, I'm not prepared. I'm ill prepared for this. Hey Josh, what's happening with the Cub Cadet Challenger? Did the Bumblebee get stung? That's been gone. The Cub Cadet Challenger was sold more than 6 months ago, something like that. John Deere Gator has been sold also. So guys, just part of the YouTube channel, part of what goes on here on the farm is new equipment comes in, new equipment goes out, old equipment goes out. You know, things come in and out because we've got to keep the content up. We've got to keep learning, and we've got to show you guys what works and what doesn't work. So yeah, how do we order gear? Go to StoneyRidgeFarmer.com, and if you want a hat or a shirt, we're getting ready to restock. A lot of stuff is out. It's out of stock. My shirt guy, he's also a farmer. He's a chicken farmer. I hope to visit his place sometime and take you guys along and show you how screen printer works. So he's a chicken farmer by day, and in between going and checking the chickens, he makes shirts and hats and stuff like that. So he is my hat and shirt guy. I think I have one more of these green Stony Ridge Farmer shirts, and the most popular hats, some of the most popular ones are the neon colors. So we've got some neon orange that's good for hunting and stuff. We love the songs Goats, Pigs, and Chickens. That's hilarious. Used to have a Samurai, converted to a rock buggy, Toyota axles. Awesome. The Samurai's awesome, man. That thing's... So I ran up on a Suzuki Samurai, a 1987 Suzuki Samurai, all original except for it had been converted to carburetor, and it had 79,000 actual miles on it. It is a special edition Samurai. We'll get into that. We're going to fix her up a little bit. I'm not sure if we're going to lift it, if we're going to put tires and stuff on it, or just use it as a farm rig. Bill says, unusual to see someone with worse weather than us in Scotland. Well, thanks for the 5, brother. Thank you, Bill. I appreciate it, buddy. All of what has to do with YouTube is a lot of work on top. Oh, yeah, man. Yeah. I mean, I was talking to my dad. And Dad's kind of an old grumpy guy, and I got to go out here and clean the gutters out, and got to do this and got to do that. And I'm like, Dad, obviously, Dad, you can afford. You're almost 70 years old. I think you can afford to pay somebody $50 to come and clean your gutters out if you want to. Instead of griping about it, you can actually just show them what to do and help them out, hold the ladder for them. But anyway, Dad's got to do this and got to do that. And I was like, imagine, Dad, take what you're doing and imagine having to film it, and then after you get done working, come on in here and sit down in front of the computer for 3 to 5 hours. Some of those videos, those fence videos, if you guys haven't seen those, man, those fence videos took 20, 30 hours. There was literally 26 hours of footage, like 700 takes on those fence videos. Unbelievable amount of work that went into that. And if you haven't seen those fence videos, guys, jump in and check them out, especially the final competition. I did something a little different than I've ever done in my editing, and it took me hours and hours and hours of editing. So, Coonskin Hollow Farms, a $9.99 super chat. Thank you so much, brother. Thank you so much. Are you going to build a shelter for the cattle, John? John, probably not. I may have a temporary shelter or a barn built for the cows. I was thinking about this last night. So once we get the sawmill fired up and everything, I'd like to build a pole barn and have like a nursery for cows. So if we have some calves that don't take to their mother or something like that, then we'll be able to move them into the cow nursery and put our handling equipment under cover. In case we decide to handle our cows, tagging their ears and such. Do you see that thing floating off in the distance? What was that? That was the ghost of Stony Ridge Past. So Saturday, I may be telling a story. I may just be telling the story of the ghost of the Stony Ridge, and that thing's still floating around. Our farm was rumored to be haunted, and it was for sale for years, for several years, and nobody local would buy this place because it was rumored to be haunted. So at some point I'll tell the story. That'd be an awesome Halloween video about the ghost of the Stony Ridge. And I'm not really sure if it's true or not, to be honest with you. Lots of YouTube is run by AI. I don't know what AI is. Artificial intelligence, I'm guessing. Just bought 7 acres in Ohio. Would it be possible to raise a few head with rotational grazing? You're gonna find yourself feeding a bunch of hay. Ask my buddy keeping it Dutch. He's got pigs and a cow, and he ended up putting a lot of hay out. General Vlog video says Stony Ridge farmer for president. He has extra time. I was in there watching a documentary on Route 66 and having a cup of coffee, dreaming of a road trip since we have COVID this year. I couldn't get out and go on a road trip this year, and I want to go visit folks like Mike Morgan, Outdoors with the Morgans. I want to go see Tractor Time with Tim again. I want to go out to the Murray McMurray Hatchery. I'd love to go up and see Lumna Acres, Al Lumna and his family. All these homesteader channels and farm channels, the Welker brothers, Millennial Farmer, all those guys. I'd love to go out and see them, and I'd love to take a trip across the country and do that. I don't know if that's going to happen this year because of COVID. It's kind of slowed us all down. So I added your channel from Keeping It Dutch, says Steven. Awesome. Dutch is a good dude. Oklahoma's a pretty state too. Why ain't you using the dump truck, Johnny? Well, Johnny, here's the deal with the dump truck. That thing is old, decrepit, and needs to be fully serviced. So the oil hasn't been changed in Mater, the dump truck, in at least 15 years. That means I need to change the oil in it. I need to get it serviced, and I need to do all that stuff for sure. Come to Ohio and meet the harmless farmer. Yeah, I could come to Ohio and meet. I go up to Ohio quite frequently. In fact, I'll be in Ohio sometime, hopefully in December. We're having a gate system put in. The fence guys that came out and built fence, one of the guys' specialty was gates. And he took one look at my homeowner grade gate and he said, dude, that thing is dangerous. I said, what do you mean? He said, that thing is dangerous. People can get hung in that gate. Its operational controls are marginal. It doesn't work in cold weather, does it? I said, well, if it's below 24, I might as well leave the gate open. But, who's going to break into your house when it's 24 degrees? So we leave the gate open a lot of times. So anyhow, we're getting a new gate system, and we're getting an iron gate system. So I've already got the post in the ground with 250 pounds of concrete apiece, and we're going to have a big iron gate that says Stony Ridge Farm on it. I think that'll be real cool, and we'll go up there to Ohio. Part of the deal with getting that installed, and part of my payment for it is me going up there and filming them make the gate. So that should be pretty fun. Larry Larry, I know you've been on the channel a while, man. Thank you so much for the super chat, brother. Thank you all have been here for years and years. And to those that are new, please jump in here and subscribe to the channel. Man, I work so hard here to build this first generation farm. There's a lot of great information, and I try to incorporate a learning lesson into every video if I possibly can, which is something that you don't really get on a lot of other channels. A lot of times people are just on the, blah, 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 just on there talking. And I try to incorporate taking you somewhere fun, something enjoyable, something to put a smile on your face, and something to teach you with every single video that I make. And I don't do a whole lot of negative griping and politics. And I think this is a place where you can come and escape those politics that are just dominating everybody's world right now. And in my opinion, in my humble opinion, this is an awesome break from the news media pitting every American against every American. We're all Americans and we're all on the same team, guys. Farmall Fanatic in the house. Woo! Thank you for the super chat, buddy. We're all Americans. We're all on the same team here, guys. And the news media is pitting one against the other, and it's not right. It's just not right. It's not the America that I want to live in. It's just not the America I want to live in. Had a confrontation, had to go to town the other day, had a confrontation with a guy. North Carolina is going up and down and up and down and up and down with their COVID requirements, whether you wear a mask or whether you don't have to wear a mask. Let me tell you something. When you have a beard like this and you have a big mask on your face, it's not going to do you any good, okay? It's not. There's a reason why you can't, when you work in the hospital, you had to wear a respirator shield, a face shield, when you have a beard. The mask is ineffective if you have a beard or facial hair. It just is. So some guy, some flip-flop warrior got in my face, which is, I don't understand. Okay, the whole thought of it is you're not getting in anybody's face. You're keeping the 6-foot distance. And that's what I did when I walked in the grocery store. And I went in to get to get bacon. And this is with that Fix-It guy. And that Fix-It guy's like, oh, man, I don't want to get in a fight with Josh, with Stony Ridge Farmer. So I walked in to buy bacon and beer. That's it. Beer and bacon. And that Fix-It guy doesn't drink. So I was buying a 6-pack of beer and a pack of bacon so we can have some delicious breakfast. And kielbasa sausage so that we can make some beans and rice with kielbasa. I love to cook. I just love to cook. Anyhow, some flip-flop warrior comes out of the back room and starts fussing at me about not wearing a mask. And I'm like, look, dude, if I got to wear a mask, I don't have one on me. Up where I live, people aren't wearing masks. We just keep our distance from each other. But if you sell masks in the store here, I don't want to contaminate any more of the store. So I won't walk anywhere. I won't go anywhere. Just bring me a mask. I'll pay for it when I get up front. And that's it. This was a small little grocery store. Anyway, holy cow, man. That guy got like within this close to my face. And he's like, he told me I was giving somebody a problem. And I was like, I'm not giving anybody a problem, dude. I'll wear a mask. Just give me the mask. Just give it to me and I'll wear it. Why are you being like that? If you think that me not wearing a mask is going to contaminate the store, then I should stop where I am. You bring me a mask. I'll put it on. I'm cool. Even though I've got a beard and it's absolutely not going to be effective. So one of the store employees brought us a mask, brought both of us masked in the back. And, healthcare workers, Dutch sense, because they're exposed to everything. We all get sick. We all catch colds. We all get sick. So anyway, long story short, I wore the mask. I put the mask on, and the guy continued to be up in my face, and I just had to give him a look like. And I'm a peaceful dude, man. I'm 6'5", 250 something pounds, but I'm a peaceful guy. Most of these big guys that you see out here are pretty peaceful people because it behooves you to be a peaceful person when you're a big guy. If you're a big jerk, nobody's gonna like you. So anyhow, I told him, look, man, back off. Just get out of my face. Just get out of my face. And finally, I had to tell him, look, are we going to have a problem? Do I need to confront this physically with you right now? Are we going to have a problem? He's no. I was like, well, get back out of my face, dude. It's okay. Go back. Take your flip-flops and get back away from me. So it was a very uncomfortable situation. That Fix-It guy was there. Yeah, and you tell him there was no social distancing. We were far apart from anybody in that place, and it was just ridiculous. It was just absolutely ridiculous. And there are a lot of people that feel very strongly about this mask thing, and I get it. And I wear a mask and I try to protect myself when I'm in crowded places. But however, I wasn't in a crowded place. I kept my distance. There's a shield of plexiglass between me and the cashier. You know, I know how to be respectful. I'm a registered nurse, man. I know how to not be an idiot if I possibly can help it. So, yeah, no more flip-flop warrior. And that guy, I just thought, look, dude, look at my hands. Do I look like a guy that, when I ball my fist up, it's half as big as my head, and it's big. I was like, just leave me alone. Just go away. Just stop. So, Anyway, would have TKO'd him. I'll tell you this. I've been in one fight in my entire life, and I knocked, well, two fights. One fight defending my little sister on the school bus when I was in high school, and I popped that dude in the head, and he went out like a light immediately. Now, back in the Air Force days, I had a roommate that was an ultimate fighter, a bare knuckle ultimate fighter. So we got the gloves out and we set up a ring in the backyard, and I popped him right here, right between the eyes. He went whoop, cross-eyed and fell backwards. I was like, so I it doesn't take much to knock somebody out, evidently. Just a good slap will knock somebody out. And I most certainly didn't want to hit anybody. I just wanted to get the guy out of my face without touching him, without being around him. Just go away, bro, please. So, Brian, you can vouch for that. That fix-it guy was there. Stony Ridge is so big, there's nothing. Brian said, I don't know what I'm going to do. If he gets in a fight with this guy, I don't know how I'm going to get him off of him because my back hurts. John, it's still windy outside. The rain has stopped, but evidently behind the rain is a bunch of wind. So, yeah, court does suck, Stephen. And being a big old dude going into court after being in a fight, having some confrontation, look at me. I'd be guilty. That's it. Fix-it guy fixed it. He's like, come on, bro, let's go. The mask, if the mask was actually effective, it would not be disposed of as biohazard. Well, the mask... So here's the deal. If you're wearing a mask, and this is from a medical standpoint, from a nursing standpoint, not a personal opinion. If you're going to wear a mask, change your mask out every 2 to 3 hours or so, maybe even every 1 hour, depending on how hard you're breathing, okay? So change your mask out. The biggest thing you can do to prevent anything is wash your hands. Just wash your hands. Keep some hand gel in your car. Keep some hand gel in your pocket. Keep your hands clean, because what's happening is you're touching surfaces that are high-touch areas. Then you go and you scratch your eye. Thing you know, you get sick. Currently, my grandmother is quarantined right now for 14 days because her hairdresser tested positive. So, and there's a lot of stuff going on. Grandma was wearing a mask, the hairdresser was wearing a mask and a face shield and gloves, and grandma she's in her late 80s. I think she's maybe 91. 90 or 91. That's how old grandma is. And she's doing just fine, guys. So keep her in your prayers for sure. Masks do work, but I would have to argue how much, and if it's a negative returns, if you wipe your hands all over it. Yeah, if you're constantly touching, yeah, of course. There's a lot of debate on this mask thing. Is it better to wear a mask or not wear a mask? Of course, it's better to wear a mask. If you sneeze in your mask, and you still should cover your face like this or like that, you're going to catch a lot of what projects out of your mouth. It's just common sense. That's just it. Is it protecting you from anybody else that gets this close to you and sneezes? I don't think so. Especially if you got a big fluffy beard. I'm okay with the mask. You can wear a mask, not wear a mask, whatever it is that you decide that you want to do. If you don't want to wear a mask, then keep your social distance. If you do wear a mask, keep your social distance. The same thing, man. So my grandma drove until she was 98, like a bat out of hell. That's hilarious. I'm glad I live in the middle. Yeah, I'm glad I live in the middle of nowhere too. White Leghorn egg price. 5 Smart Ideas says, what's white Leghorn egg price? I see it a lot. I don't know what the difference in a white Leghorn egg price versus a brown egg layer price. There is no difference. We sell different parts of the country sell their eggs for different amounts. We're in the country. My eggs, I can't sell them to these country people around here for any more than $3 a dozen. When I was in the city and I had chickens in town, I could sell my eggs for $5 a dozen. So it just depends, for sure. I live in the UP of Michigan and God's country. It's too cold up there to be God's country. It's beautiful up there, man, but it's cold. You guys have some cold, cold winters. Parmall Fanatic says, everyone around here wants brown eggs. That's funny, man, because I was selling some of my layers. We bought 100 layers earlier this year, and I sold off all the layers. and everybody wanted the brown egg layers because some people think that there's some kind of difference between a brown egg and a white egg. When I'm telling you right now, there's no difference in a brown egg's flavor and a white egg's flavor. If you think a brown egg is a more country egg or it has more flavor, you're absolutely wrong. It's all about what the chicken eats, and you can look at a chicken on the side of its head and tell whether it's a brown egg layer or a white egg layer or a blue egg layer. It has a little white ear. So the color of the ear dictates the color of the egg. If the ear is white, then the egg is white. If the ear is red, then the egg is brown. If the ear is blue, then the egg is blue. Interesting. Take that home. Take that to your kids. I'm getting a text here. Hang on. Let me turn off my notifications. Eggs are little chicken abortions. No, eggs aren't little chicken abortions. Eggs are eggs. A woman is born with the same amount of eggs in her that a woman always has. A female always has eggs in her. That's it. They're not aborted if they're never, if they're not fertilized or they're not a fetus. So, blue eggs, they still yellow and white inside. Yeah, man, they are. What if the ear is purple? I've never seen a chicken with a purple ear. Next question, please. All you guys that have sent in super chats, thank you so much. Thank you so very much. It's a huge help to the farm. It really is. And be sure if you're watching these videos and you don't have your notification bell turned on, reach down there, bing bing bing, and hit that notification bell. If you want to be a channel member, now's the time to join because I can see it. It pops up. You get recognized by everybody, and that's a huge help to the farm. I think it's $4.99 a month, something like that. Again, all of this helps finance and build the farm. What I do, our 15 cows that we're getting ready to buy are costing me $14,800. $14,800 for 15 cows. That's a huge investment, man. That's a Honda Civic. That's a fairly new Honda Civic. That's a minivan. That's a compact tractor. I mean, that's expensive. Wilmington here. Pete with GCI is quarantined. He too tested positive. Okay, well, doggone it, Pete. Pete is one good guy. Pete with GCI Turf Services. He's a great guy. $1,000 per cow. So, yeah, the brood cows are $1,200 a piece, and the young heifers are either $800 or $900 a piece. So, yeah, they're high. Now, I'm not going to go to the sale and buy my cows unless I'm going to an all-out auction on somebody's farm. I'm never going to go. I say never. Never say never. I don't ever plan to go to the stockyard and buy my cows anymore, ever again. Okay. And John, 12 Love Tacos, whatever, you just now got blocked from the channel for being annoying. Cool? So, I'm sorry. That Fix-It guy timed you out. I just sent you by. My neighbor tested positive the day after I talked to him and gave him a loaf of bread. Well, dude, why did he get tested? I guess. Was he sick? Why would he get tested? I don't know. I don't know. This isn't a COVID conversation, though. This is about the hurricane. This is what's going on. Good morning from Key West. Man, it'd be nice to be down. Well, I don't know if it'd be nice to be down in Key West right now or not. A. Hamilton, why wouldn't you buy cows at the stockyard? Where else? A. Hamilton. All right, A. Hamilton, we're going to give you the cow story here. We bought my first cow and calf. So I went to the stockyard looking for cow-calf pairs. That's what I wanted, was a cow-calf pair or two. I paid $1,200 for my cow-calf pair. This cow was a very big cow. It was about a 1,400 or 1,500 pound mother cow who was bagged up, which means the udders were bagged up, and the calf was probably about a 120 pound calf. Some sleazeball culled this cow from his herd and put that calf with that cow. So the calf must have not been very healthy. And then they put the cow with that calf, which was not its mother. I never saw the cow nurse. And you're not going to have a chance to see the cow nurse on the stockyard floor because they're running them through the stockyard. Once we got the cow home, we realized I don't think that this cow is the mother of this calf. So after about 4 weeks on the farm, the calf was growing fairly slowly. We bought a creep feeder from Tartar Farm and Ranch, put the creep feeder out there so that the calf could go in and get some nutrient. And the calf started growing a little bit more. Never saw it drink milk from the mom. The reason I'm not going to buy my cattle from a sale barn is because that's where people take their cull cows. Cull cow meaning they have trouble giving birth, they're unhealthy, they have constant health problems, they have problems, and that is why I'm not going to the sale barn to buy a cull cow. Now, to buy feeder calves, yeah, maybe so. A nice young heifer to help build your herd for $500 or $600, sure, but not a full-grown cow. I got burned, and I can't believe how sleazy of a person it would take to take a young calf, how disrespectful to life that is, to take a young calf like that and put it with a mother cow that in no way it belongs to. That is completely sleazy. Greg Judy posted about 75 head a few months ago, said Jared. Yep, I know Greg buys and sells. I mean, he's got 300 and something head, and that 300 and something head translates to about 500 and something head when he has his calves. But he's way too far away for me to justify going to pick up cows at all. Last heifer I bought was $900. I got out of it not cost effective anymore. Yeah. Did the power go off? It didn't go off just now, but it's been going on and off quite frequently. 442 people in here. Everybody, reach over there and boop, hit that like button. If you're watching on a smart TV, just go like that. Hit that like button. Let's see if we can get that up to 500 likes. If you're not subscribed to the channel, jump in here and subscribe. We're just having a little chat today. We've got a hurricane coming through outside. As soon as the rain lets up a little bit, I'm going to hop on we bought a four-wheeler. We got rid of the Gator and we got a four-wheeler. I'm going to hop on the four-wheeler and I'm going to cruise around. We bought a four-wheeler because it has a lighter footprint than the Kubota. It weighs in somewhere around 900 pounds, I think, versus a Kubota weighing like 1,800 pounds. So it'll have a lighter footprint and won't damage the land quite as much. So I need to go and check the fence lines and make sure there are no trees on the fence lines. And if there are, I got to get them off. Okay. Travis Williams, $4.99 super chat. Thank you for the super clean prize pack. Are you getting more Black Angus? Yep, they're all Black Angus cows. They sure are. Hi, Josh. I plowed one of my field blocks and planted cover crops yesterday. We got to get you off that plow and get you on some no-till, Mark. We got to get you hooked up. It's muddy to be plowing right now, too, for sure. You know, Mark, I think you're one county north of me. You can go and get the seed drill from your county and drill down seed, and you don't have to turn that land. What I've learned over and over and over again, if you want weeds to grow, turn your land. I'm telling you. We tilled up the gardens this year, and they just got totally covered with weeds. Immediately, totally covered with weeds. And so, again, no-till if you possibly can. I think we're going to be building some raised beds this year for our garden. Do grapples work on cleaning a barn? Well, it depends if you're cleaning wood out of your barn or what you're cleaning out of your barn. What is no-till? Stephen Greer, no-till. So no-till is a seed drill. So you pull this big apparatus behind your tractor. You need to go and check out no-till drill on YouTube. You'll see, I've got a whole video about this, but it's a drill, a seed drill that just slightly opens the land, drops a seed in, and then a little wheel goes over the top versus conventional tillage and plowing and turning. And so if you conventionally, you would take a plow, you'd go down like this deep and roll the land over. And what that does is it kills an ecosystem inside your soil it just bleaches out the ecosystem. It kills the ecosystem in your soil. And it's what's been going on for years and years and years and years. For hundreds of years here in the United States. It's the reason why people moved from the land here in east and moved out west, because tillage killed the soil. So that's why we have no topsoil here in my area. Rob Cunningham, he said too heavy. Man, that wind is howling out there, dude. Howling. I wish mud was our only problem. I'll take mud over fires right now, no doubt. With the storm coming, Tara says, with the storm coming, do you secure your chickens? So our house faces east to west. The storm is coming in out of the south. This is north, this is south. So the mobile chicken coop, this was planned, is on the north side of the house. So the house is blocking the wind from the chicken coop, and we have I put a pumpkin, believe it or not, use what you have. I put a pumpkin on top of the tin on the chicken coop door, and that way it'll be fine. The other chickens will be just fine. I mean, I could let them out. Didn't you ever see The Wizard of Oz when the tornado was about to come? All the chickens were blowing around everywhere. They all find their way back. They're all good. So, 5 smart ideas. I don't know what you're saying. Next live. I don't know why, but I like the name Zeta. Cool. Not sure the seed drill will fit. Oh, you're doing all this with the BCS. Ugh. You need a tractor, man. You're doing all that stuff with that little BCS tractor. You need a tractor for sure. Chickens will mow your lawn. Stephen Greer. No. Chickens will mow your flower beds. They do a very good job at mowing your flower beds. What breed of cow are you getting? Jeremy Hill, channel member. And Bill Butchart is a channel member too. We're getting Black Angus. Black Angus cows were originally raised to survive the harsh winters in counties of Angus, where I live. Okay, awesome. In Aberdeenshire. Awesome, that's pretty cool. Good information, man. You have an open invitation. Thanks, Mark. Our tractor's getting ready to go get a backhoe put on it pretty soon. I've got to finish with the seed drill. Got to load the seed drill up after this storm. We're going to go out 2 days later. We're going to go and drill down grass seed on all the places around the farm that need grass seed drilled down. We're actually going to put out a lot of clover seed so that we can get some nitrogen fixed to our soil. I found the key to building soil here where I am in the Piedmont of North Carolina is mixing in a legume. Mixing in some clover really helps. So local farm and friends just lost their chicken. Local farm and friends of ours just lost our chicken. They don't know what got them. They were all caged. They were well caged. I don't know, man. Evidently, they weren't caged well enough. That's what happens. You know, I had a friend of mine that had their chickens got attacked by a fox, and they took their chicken to the vet and spent $400 or $500 on a chicken that got attacked by a fox, and eventually the chicken got attacked again and got killed. I don't. I don't necessarily subscribe to that theory. Chickens are cute. They're great. They're egg producers, but they're farm animals. They're not pets. They're not my pets. I don't have any of them named because they're not my pets. What kind of coffee are you drinking? I have no clue. Absolutely no clue. It's some kind of organic thing that I buy a bag like this big from Subscribe and Save off of Amazon. 367 likes, 421 people. Let's get them likes up. See if we can hit 500. If we can hit 500 likes, we are going to do, well, we've got a giveaway to do. Let's do a Super Clean prize pack giveaway. Once we hit 500 likes, we'll do a Super Clean prize pack giveaway for you guys. Super Clean isn't a sponsor of the channel. They're just good friends, and they make a good product, so we help them out a little bit. Northern Living, hey Josh, have you ever got your water situation figured out with the cows? Yes. So the water situation with the cows is I was losing prime in my siphon system for the cattle waterers. The reason I was losing prime is because it would get hot, little air bubbles would form inside the pipe, and those air bubbles would bunch up and travel up to the highest point, thus losing prime. So now I have a drill pump, and I screw the drill pump onto the end of the faucet, and I squeeze it until I burp out all the air. It takes literally 4 minutes to reprime the whole system, and I just have to keep an eye on it. Do you watch any sports? Is NASCAR a sport? Let me know. I'm not a big sports guy. I grew up on a farm, man. When you grow up on a farm, you don't watch sports. Sunday afternoon, sitting around watching football games just doesn't happen. I'm cleaning pig pens out and stuff like that. So, Jared Keene says it is a sport. Yeah, I grew up in NASCAR country. I like racing. I don't care if it's two turtles racing. I like to watch racing. Don't matter what it is, turtles, bicycles, frogs, what. I don't care, man. I like to watch things go fast. So I guess maybe Bobby might be my cousin. How's the new pond? New pond's doing great. I'm actually going to go up and we're going to do a video about this, but I'm going to weld a plate on that pipe so the new pond doesn't get a massive amount of water. And I actually want to raise the level up, I would say another 24 inches in order to get more water in there. And we have 50 catfish in there right now, and those catfish are coming up. What's your WhatsApp number, dude? 5 smart ideas. I don't have a WhatsApp, dude. And I'm not going to give it out if I did have it on YouTube. You got to be smart. A lot of people leave that comment in videos. Here's my WhatsApp. Get up with me. Don't do that, man. Don't leave your personal information. Your name's already up there. Don't leave your personal information up on a YouTube video. It doesn't make any sense. You gotta be smart about that. What Jared says, what's WhatsApp? Somebody answer Jared's question. I don't know because I don't use it. It's some kind of way of getting in touch with people. I don't know. It'd be like giving out your phone number. Not doing that. You need to come to Williamsburg, Virginia and go mountain biking. Got some good trails there, buddy? So I'm working on a secondary fat guy channel as I follow my journey on from being, we're at 415 likes, by the way. We're getting close to the giveaway. In my journey to losing 50 pounds, which I've already lost about 15 of those 50 pounds. It fluctuates a little bit. I've thought about, I go to a lot of really cool places to hike and bike and stuff like that when I'm not working on the farm here. And I'm thinking about starting a channel called Trail Monkey, where I take you to different places all around the country to recreate. So if you want to go, you want to start biking and getting yourself back in shape, you can follow along as I lose weight and as I take you to different places throughout the country and tell you where the trails are and leave you the coordinates and all that stuff, and you can see different cool places to go. So, Danny, I don't know why your comment got held, but yeah. Did everybody tell him tell Jared what WhatsApp is? NASCAR is the only sport that's lazy, just driving. I totally disagree with you. I think that's a very ignorant comment to say. I don't know if you've ever gone to the NASCAR driving experience, but you should do that. If you have that opinion, then you should definitely go to one of the major motor speedways on a weekend, and you will learn that your opinion is wrong. I will tell you that. I've been 150 miles an hour in the turns in Charlotte Motor Speedway in a NASCAR race car driving myself, and it is work. It is scary. It is work. It is hard work, and it takes an extreme amount of detail and intelligence to do that. It really, really does. But I grew up around racing. Some people think it's stupid, and that's fine. I mean, you guys can think it's stupid if you want to, but yeah, it's a lot of work, and it requires a lot of detail and a lot of attention. If it didn't require a lot of attention to get to that highest level of racing in our country, that's the highest level of racing in our country. It takes a lot of attention to detail. It's about like bicycle racing. It's kind of boring to watch sometimes, and sometimes NASCAR can be boring to watch. But it does take a lot of intelligence, a lot of work, and a lot of fitness to do that stuff. So Danny says racing's fun, but I prefer tailgating. It's hot in the cars. Oh yeah, heck yeah, it's hot in the cars. Francis, thank you so much. I see your name is Francis. Man, we've got some awesome stuff going on in the comments section here. Linda Lane says, you have to be in good shape to be a NASCAR driver. Absolutely. You absolutely do. You have to pay attention in NASCAR. Yeah. Do you have to feed the donkeys separate? Ashley, I don't feed the cows. I go down there and I give them a treat. So I give them a little bit of sweet feed every day so I can bucket train them. That's how I moved them. So I dump the sweet feed over in, and I got a gallon and I give them about a half of that and I chuck it in the feeder, and that gets the cows trained and used to being around me. And therefore they let me rub on them, and they're like big pets, I guess. And that's what you want, because a cow is a huge 1,000-pound instrument of death if they're not friendly and taught to be around you. Francis, I'm sick of it. Enough of you and your WhatsApp. Okay, that's it. Craig, hello, Gaston, North Carolina. I guess you guys have found out that Francis has found a way to get blocked. Stop being annoying. Give us some relevant questions. Have you set up your working pins yet? No, but we've got our chute, our sweep system. Everything is up there. I've just got to get the gravel down. Got to get it all planned out, and we're working together with several fence building companies trying to do what's exactly right. So I've got an aerial photo of where I'm going to do it. And again, we're not going to have 200 cows here on the farm. We're at a maximum capacity, maybe 100 cows, including calves. So, Hatcher Hutchins from Eden, North Carolina, just down the road there, about 15 minutes. Thinking of moving from Lefty, New England to Morrisville, Tennessee. I wouldn't say that all New England is Lefty. I wouldn't think so. I want to order a lot of t-shirts. A lot of people in Alabama want them. How do I order? Go in every video in the description is a link to StoneyRidgeFarmer.com, brother. And that's how you do it. Just go StoneyRidgeFarmer.com. We've got a merch store. Some of the stuff that we make and do here on the farm will be up there too. So, like some people have requested that I pull some stuff off the old Willis Jeep and put it up on the store to sell. I might do that. We'll see. A little piece of Stony Ridge Farmer to hang on the wall in your house, I guess. We need a popcorn video. Amen, John. Amen, brother. We just got done talking about that. Absolutely. What kind of backhoe you putting on the tractor? Deere aftermarket. It's a Woods backhoe. It is a Woods backhoe with a 2-foot bucket and a thumb. So we can dig holes. Some gardening in red dirt in North Carolina. We've tried to no-till this year and didn't have a good harvest. You've got to put some soil amendments down, man. You got to send off soil samples and put some soil amendments in. We are 50 likes away from doing a super clean giveaway, by the way, guys. So, dude, here's the deal. If you're in North Carolina, contact your local municipality. And a lot of your local, this is a teaching moment here on the video. A lot of your local municipalities clean up leaf and brush debris off the side of the road. They take that leaf and brush debris and they compost it at their compost site at your local town dump, typically. So you can typically go buy a pickup load of compost for like around $20. Put some amendments in your soil. That's my advice to you. Do have winter project for the winter. Ashley, we've got tons of winter projects going on. Any update on the workshops? To the website. It makes it easy. I think we're getting ready to go down. We're getting ready to up here. Maybe. Nope. I saw the little wheel turning. Hey, Josh, do you ever get your tractor fixed? Which one? They're all broke. Everything's always broke. They're all broke right now. The skid steer's broke. I need to get them in the shop, but I had to clean the shop out in order to stuff it in there. I got a lot of projects, little small projects going on. Extension service paid for with your taxes. Absolutely. So go. Everybody's taxes are paying for extension service. So get your soil sample and Find out what you need, and take their advice and use it along with others' advice. Okay, so don't just take the advice of the extension service office, because the first thing they told me, oh man, you need this fertilizer and you need to spray for weeds and you need to put this down and you need to put that down. And what I did was put manure down. That's what I did. And they gave me a lot of advice on what chemicals to pour all over my land so that they could run down into the creek and cause the salamanders to have 8 heads. That's not what we're about here on our farm. What kind of water dish do you use for your chickens in the winter? So when it gets cold, freezing time, I have a little metal or rubber water dish that I use for my chickens, and I'll take one down every day and I'll flip the other one over and bust the ice out of it and put it in there. So the good thing about we froze up. We're back. Froze up there for a second. It's still trying to come back. There we are. So anyway, I just take a dish down there, either a metal dish or a rubberized dish that you buy at like Tractor Supply or something like that, and I take it down every day, bust the ice out of it, and put new water in it. Pretty simple. I mean, it's not like our chickens are drinking 50 gallons of water a day. Yeah, hurricane's blocking the signal, no doubt. Well, guys, I think this is a sign. We still got to hit 500 likes. We hit 500 likes, we're going to do that super clean giveaway. And then we're going to boogie on out of here. We're going to do a little pop quiz. No, it wasn't just you. pH needs to be between 6 and 7. Again, talk to your local. It depends on what your local grasses are. It depends on what you're planting. So talk to the local ag center. Just go in there. I went in when I lived in the city. I sent off soil samples. When I lived in town, I sent off soil samples. And when I lived in town, I had a huge garden. It's bigger than the garden that we have out here, and I sold vegetables right out of a tree stand. Josh, would you go back to the hospital? In a hospital again? Go back to working in the hospital again? Yeah, if I needed to, absolutely. I'd prefer to stay here on the farm and raise my cows and live this life that I'm living. But yeah, I keep my nursing license up. I'm a registered nurse. I do. Looking here. Scott Bennett, we're watering chickens right now. That's funny. The wind is getting stronger now. Heavy breathing. This is about 62 acres, and we're planning on starting this. All right, that's an odd comment. I can't read it. How's the grass on the cleared land? Great. Everything looks great. 483 likes now. We're getting there. Philip the Wise, thanks for the update. Larry, your local universities can help with your soil testing too. I found, Larry, here's what I found, brother. So I've reached out to, first of all, to the film departments in 3 local universities and community colleges here, and have had no reply from these people. I've reached out to the agriculture department and the veterinary department at several local colleges, including NC State here, North Carolina State University, and received no sort of information. If people wanted to go to veterinary school or something like that, and it would be a huge thing for them, a huge marketing thing for them. They could come out here, show me, talk to you guys about raising animals, do all that stuff. Again, the film department. How many people right now are in college and they dream of starting their own YouTube channel? And they dream of making a living doing that. And they got a guy out here that's building a farm and trying to make a living building a farm and making a living doing a YouTube channel and inviting people to come to film, to learn, and they don't answer, they don't reply. So my advice to you is, my experience is that their noses are turned up at you. Evidently, their noses are turned up at you. So go to the ag center. Go to your local ag center just to send off your soil samples. They'll give you little boxes. They'll give you everything that you need. My dad always said, just put your vegetables downwind from your chicken coops. It's natural fertilization. That's pretty funny. Just a few acres on a farm. He's under 50 acres, raising cattle, pigs, and chickens. Cool. I'll tell you, man, it's hard to make money on a small farm. It really is. Their noses are turned up at us on YouTube. I don't know what their noses are turned up at. It doesn't make any sense to me. If I were a young person and I was wanting to learn how to do film work and I knew a guy that did it for a living and he offered me to come and learn from him, holy cow, man, I'd be like, yeah, sure, heck yeah. But people are funny. It's how, it's like people ripping apart Joel Salatin and his operation up there at Polyface Farm. Joel has interns that come to the farm to learn. They come to the farm, they get paid, they get fed, they get room and board, and they get a priceless education about farming. And so many people say, oh, it just has just labor, just free labor up there all the time, da 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 da. And it's not true, man. It's learning. And what would you rather somebody do? Go get buried alive in debt to get a liberal arts degree on how to finger paint, and then the government comes in and pays their education? Or would you rather them go to a place like Polyface Farm or Stony Ridge Farm and learn what works and what doesn't work and how to actually earn a living off the land? Get back to an agrarian society. I mean, good gracious. So we're at 496 likes. Finger painting. Yeah, exactly. How many people have right now are sitting here in front of the computer and they've gotten a degree in something that they couldn't use? What good is that? What vocation? You need a vocation. You need a degree, but you need a vocation. You need something that's marketable, and finger painting ain't marketable. It isn't. So, and a lot of these degrees, like a psychology degree, you have to go get your master's degree in order to do anything in practice. Well, you better be ready to do that. Don't just get your master's degree and then go work at Denny's, because it doesn't make any sense. You're buried up to your eyeballs in debt, and there's a lot of people out there doing it. So I believe it's a parenting problem, in my opinion. If your parents aren't encouraging you to get a degree in something that's useful, and you just want to go out, I just want a degree in bananas, then go get your degree in bananas. And then don't come crying to our government or your parents when you can't pay your student loan bills. You need to be able to handle this on your own. So get a vocation is what I'm saying. Learn something that's usable. I joined the Marine Corps and learned IT. Been set ever since. Absolutely, man. I joined the Air Force and was an electrician. Transferred over, was a nurse. Worked in law enforcement. Did a lot of stuff, man. So get a trade. Learn a trade. Absolutely. Any updates on the shop building? Shop building is put on the back burner for a little while. There's been some things here on the Stony Ridge farm that have been major changes. We'll talk about that sometime in the near future. But there have been some major changes here on the Stony Ridge farm. Now, let's do the Super Clean giveaway. So 517 likes. What model tractor is Earl? What model? And I'll accept most answers, but I'm not looking for a year model. I'm looking for the model of tractor. So what model, brand and model is that tractor? Nope, not a 135. No, not a 280. Come on. You guys got this. For the big Super Clean prize pack giveaway, not a 240. No, that's just the 240. We sold the 135 about 2 years ago. It's been gone for a while. Tonka is pretty funny. There it is. So, first guy that I see, Tubby Rustin. It's a Massey Ferguson Model 65. That's it. Who's been paying attention? So, Tubby, go to StonyRidgeFarmer.com, contact me, and tell me you won the Super Clean prize pack that you guessed Fergie 65, okay? And we'll get you all hooked up. If you guys try to cheat, I'll know, because I know I'm not an idiot. I've had people go in and send, I won, I saw it first, he saw it first. It's what I see on my screen first that matters. So that's how you win. But I think we should do one more Massey Ferguson giveaway. No, I think we should do one more giveaway, Super Clean giveaway. We might as well, right? I'll be paying more attention going forward, says Danny. That's hilarious. All right, so if you're a fan of the YouTube channel, you know Popcorn, the Willis Jeep, and it's sitting in the shop right now with the engine out, with the frame out, and Josh needs to put it back together. So what year is Popcorn, the Willis Jeep? It's a CJ3A. What year is it? And it's the same year that my dad was born. It's also the same year as the Farmall Super A tractor down here. So 52, John O'Rourke. John O'Rourke. It's in 1952. Shoot me an email. Tell me what you guessed, and tell me your tell me you want a Super Clean prize pack, and we'll send your info over to Super Clean. Those guys will get you all hooked up, brother, for sure. A big thing that let's see here. Everybody's still guessing. It's hilarious. Well, there's 413 people in here, guys. Thanks a lot for all of your time and your super chats. I don't think the farm is going to blow away. I've got to go out as soon as this storm kind of calms down, this Hurricane Zeta calms down a little bit. Go check my fence lines, make sure there's no trees on the fence, because we have had some howling winds, power outages, power flickering, all sorts of stuff. If you guys are on your lunch break, I appreciate you joining me here on your lunch break. Now's your last chance. If you want to be a channel member, get recognized out here in public with everybody. But can't pay attention when it's my first time on the channel. Diane Klein. I know it. Well, you're going to have to come back, Diane, and see us again. So, Danny, I don't know why your comments are all getting held for review, but it's weird. The lag can have us hear the question after you pick the winner. No, it can't. Sorry. Northern Living is still guessing. That's hilarious. Well, guys, anyhow, thank you all so very much. I appreciate you being here. Be sure and check us out over on Facebook and Instagram. If you're not watching us over on Facebook and Instagram, you're getting... man, Danny, it held that comment too. If you're not watching us on Facebook and Instagram, you're missing some stuff. You're missing some cool photos. You're missing some of the side stuff that goes on. You're missing some short live streams that I do. I'm not going to do live streams as much on YouTube anymore. It just, I think it somehow sometimes detracts from what the real message is here on YouTube. So come over, follow us on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, all that fun stuff. We're here. Stephen S. shoots a $20 super chat on the way out the door. Thank you for being you. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. Appreciate it so much. Scott, still guessing. Oh, one more thing. Guys, if you're on the YouTube channel here and you're leaving sarcastic and hateful remarks, which I don't think any of you guys are doing that, but if you're leaving sarcastic and hateful and mean remarks and trying to pick a fight with somebody on the channel, it's just not tolerable, and there's no reason for it. So please don't do that, okay? Just be friendly. We're all here on this earth to work together to be part of this grand team. And we should all be supporting each other instead of fighting against each other. That's the take-home message here. So don't believe everything that you hear. Thanks a lot, guys. I appreciate you. That's what this is about. It's about community. Thank you, Jared. It really is. Guys, I hope you're all out there working and having fun and enjoying your lives. I hope to see you again here on the Stony Ridge Farm. Thanks for all the super chats and hitting the like buttons and all that stuff. I really appreciate you. We'll see you guys next time on the Stony Ridge. Got some cool videos coming out. Got to get busy editing, but I'm afraid to edit because the computer's going to go pew! The power is going to go out. Thanks a lot. See you guys next time. All right?